So knowing the correct terminology, this isn't going to get anywhere with me. What is required is serious obedience. It's Matthew chapter 7 as promised. 7 chapters we're in. Can you believe we got this far? And Jesus is back with a simple guide to behavior. Jesus says in verse 1, don't pick on people. Jump on their failures. Criticize their faults. Unless, of course, you want the same treatment. That critical spirit has a way of boomeranging back on you. It's easy to see a smudge on your neighbor's face and be completely oblivious to the ugly smear on your own. Do you even have the nerve to say, let me wash your face for you? When your own face is distorted by contempt. It is this whole traveling roadshow mentality all over again, playing a holier than thou part instead of just living your part. Wipe the ugly sneer off your own face, and then you might be fit to offer a washcloth to your neighbours. Don't be flipped with the sacred either. Banter and silliness give no honour to God. Don't reduce holy mysteries to slogans. In trying to be relevant, you're only being cute and inviting sacrilege. Knock knock, who is there? Jesus says, don't bargain with God. Be direct. Ask for what you need. Don't bargain with God. Be direct. Ask for what you need. This isn't a cat and mouse hide and seek game we're in. If your child asks you for bread, do you trick him with sawdust? And if he asks for a fish, do you scare him with a live snake served on a plate? As bad as you are, you wouldn't think of such a thing. You're at least decent to your own children. So don't you think the God who conceived you in love will be even better? So, in Matthew chapter 7 verse 12, Jesus sums up how to behave. Here is a simple rule of thumb guide for behavior. Ask yourself, what do you want people to do for you? Then, grab the initiative and do it for them. Add up God's law and the prophets, and this is what you'll get. So the next part of Matthew 7 is called Being and Doing. Jesus goes on in verse 13. Don't look for shortcuts to God. The market is flooded with surefire, easygoing formulas for a successful life that can be practiced in your spare time. Don't fall for that stuff. Even though crowds of people do, the way to life is God. We're back with Matthew 7, and this is be wary of false preachers. Be wary of false preachers who smile a lot, dripping with practiced sincerity. Chances are they're out to rip you off, some way or another. Don't be impressed with their charisma. Look for character. Who preachers are is the main thing, not what they say. A genuine leader will never exploit your emotions or your wallet. These diseased trees, with their bad apples, they're going to be chopped down and be burned. Matthew chapter 7, verse 21. Also knowing the correct passwords, the correct terminology. Master, for instance. This isn't going to get anywhere with me. What is required is serious obedience, doing what my Father wills. And I can see it now at the final judgment. Thousands strutting up to me and saying, but Master, we preached the message, we bashed the demons, our super spiritual projects had everyone talking. And do you know what I'm going to say? You missed the boat. All you did was use me to make yourselves important. You don't impress me one bit. You're out of here. So in Matthew chapter 7, verse 24 and 25, Jesus gets down to the brass tacks. And he says it like this. These words I speak to you, they're not incidental additions to your life, homeowner improvements to your standard of living. They are fundamental words. Words to build a life on. If you work these words into your life, you are like a smart carpenter who built his house on the solid rock. Rain poured down, the river flooded, the tornado hit, but nothing moved. That house, it was fixed to the rock. Carpentry ain't my forte. In Matthew chapter 7, verse 26 and 27. But if you use my words in Bible studies and don't work them into your life, you are like a stupid carpenter who built his house on a sandy beach. When the storm rolled in, the waves came and it collapsed like a house of cards. Oh, hey. So, we're at the end of Matthew 7, and in 28 and 29, Jesus has concluded his address to the crowd. They burst into applause. They never heard teaching like this. It was apparent that he was living everything he was saying. Quite a contrast to the religious teachers. This was the best teaching they had ever heard. I can't say any more on this. The last 3 chapters, all that had to be said has been said. You cannot find anything more positive than that. So all I will say, I will encourage you to go back and watch again and keep up the positive. If you're enjoying the Visual Bible, as always, give me a like and subscribe. Give me some comments. I'd love to hear what you think. And as always, keep up the positive.